I'm thinking of a little girl now in Cape Town who came in with whole body eczema. Absolutely top to bottom. All surfaces, even some on the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. An absolute agony and scratching and tearing. They've tried steroids. They've tried clay. They've tried sea. They live on the sea, St. James. They've tried the seawater. They've tried mud. They've tried homeopathy. They've tried aromatherapy, every kind of thing you can possibly imagine. They've tried dietary changes in the mother. They've tried dietary changes in the weaning program. No. Does this sound at all familiar? Okay, so the mom comes in. I'm brought into the situation. I'm interested to see somebody with such a complete, utter eczema. And this little girl in her mother's arms, and with me there supporting the mother and her together, kind of more or less holding the mother together really, and the mother holding the little girl together, that little girl just lets loose. I don't know, it's something about the cranial way of holding where you just listen and you hold in a kind of reflective way. There's something about that that just, the children especially, but anybody, animals, horses, even whales and elephants respond to this. If you listen through touch, they kind of go, okay, here we go. So this little girl lets go, and she has an amazing woe. The tears are flowing in the mother, and oh my God, it's all just one wet sort of mess at the end. Changing all of her clothes, everything, and she's done with that one. Comes back 2 weeks later, and the eczema has gone down to here, like pouring milk out of a bottle. It's a line of eczema, and everything below her armpits is still eczemic. And above it, she's cleared substantially. You'd hardly know her. Another tantrum, this time with Dad. Oh my God. And of course, her dad, it wasn't used to this kind of thing. What do you do with these kids who are, now of course, that little girl had been tantruming all over the place. And they've been kind of ignoring her. They've been trying not to listen. They've been going in the other room. They've been just, they've been looking for every kind of solution they can. Now here's Dad holding his little girl through a tantrum. She has another magnificent, utter, unbelievable blowout. And I'm holding Dad and her together. And, okay, 2 weeks later, she comes back, and her eczema has gone down to just below her bottom. So now her legs are completely still eczemic, but everything above is clearing, just like pouring milk out of a bottle. And then she had one more tantrum. This one had to be at home. It had to be at home, right on the floor, with her older sister there. Not holding her, but there. She had one more tantrum, and after that, seawater did the trick. And now 1 year later, she's got a perfect, beautiful, rosy skin. She's a lovely gal. Not a sign left. And this was, of course, all that bottled up angst and adrenaline and noradrenaline and dopamine and every other kind of peptide that you need to get through a birth canal. And there she was, and she had all bottled up. And she was just trying with her behavior and her tantrums and everything she was doing, she was trying to come through that. Because what we do, even the damaging things that we do, the kind of symptoms that we raise, are all to do with this process of compensation and decompensation. And these little babies born like that, and not able to complete the arousal stage, or not able to complete the shock either, which is harder to complete, live with it and adapt around it and become it. And then in later life, it all starts to add up. And by then, you've been to the doctor a lot of times with a lot of diseases. And they're all rooted in the same thing. Chronic skin complaints, for example. Hypertension. Heart disease. Vascular cholesterol disease. Most behavioral disorders.